Hello, hello. You know what? I am feeling nostalgic. I am feeling a bit nostalgic. Saturday night. It's Saturday night. And I feel alright. And you know what? Yeah, let's wear the apron. Let's bust out the apron. Oh yeah, these don't. I can't stick that in there because the magnet broke. Will the magnet reach through that? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. There we go. It's been a while. It has been a while. How's everyone doing tonight? How is everyone doing tonight? I'm in a good mood. I'm in a real good mood today. We've had a pretty good streak with this printer. Things are going pretty good. We got our first multi-color print off of it. And if all goes well today, we should be able to get the other tool heads set up. So get the other two tool heads set up, get some filament loaded in them. We've already done one of the calibration prints. I got to figure out how to adjust the offsets, but we'll do one of these for each one, and then we will do a full 4-color print. Sound pretty good? How's everyone else doing tonight? Don't forget, every stream, we give away a spool of polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Scroll down, enter for your chance. We'll be doing the draw for that at the end of stream today. So if you haven't entered yet, make sure you do that now. You're not going to want to miss out. Yeah. Get the front display. Oh yeah, the front display. Oh, this one? Yeah, this one's working fine. This one's fine. This one I got to replace. So half the reason I haven't been using this printer much is the display's kind of borked. Okay, so what are we going to do today? One, you're going to enter for some polymaker filament. So you're all going to take your mouse. You're all going to scroll down. Okay, you're going to scroll down. And then you are going to click the button to like. It looks like this, like the smash button. You're going to hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're watching this in the future, leave a comment. What are you doing for dinner tonight? Or if it's past dinner, what did you have for dinner tonight? Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this in the future. And then you're going to enter to win some polymaker filament, because every stream we give away a spool of polymaker filament. You're going to do that as well. Okay, Stealth Stranger dude, this thing is so cool. Watching, I came out here last night after the stream ended, and I just had it do tool changes back and forth. I just did it tool changes for like 10 minutes straight just to make sure it was working, and it is so cool watching it do its thing. Also, we had a pretty good fun stream yesterday. We watched the Starship stream on Twitch. After the YouTube stream ended, we went on Twitch and we watched the Starship stream, and it was pretty cool. They actually just put out some new photos of it. This is after stage step, and there's the ship flying away. This one was really cool. This is the ship inside the engine bell, or the lower housing of the ship. Starship in space, and then that, and then also some landing pictures of the ship. It looks clean. That thing looks damn clean. I am blown away by how clean that looked. So. Yep. So yeah, hello kids at Chicken Street style tacos. Ooh, I did tonkatsu pork. Well, I basically just breaded fried pork with rice and tonkatsu sauce, homemade tonkatsu sauce. Dude, I jinx myself every day. I'm a serial dieter. I get on diets and then I stop. It's been a week now. I am hungry all the time. I freaking hate it. But it's working, so that's all I'm going to say about it. So yeah, let me see, what is everyone up to? Black eyed beans with tuna salad, nice. They wanted it to go boom. Well, they want it to go boom after it lands, because then they have, if it doesn't go boom, then they have to figure out how to get rid of this thing. They can't just leave it floating on the surface. It's actually like a naval hazard. So they have to pop it. So they had a booster, one of the early boosters landed in the Gulf of Mexico, and it didn't blow up. It just kind of floated there for a while. So they sent out a guy with a 50 cal to shoot poles in it until it broke, until it blew up and sunk finally. Okay, so what are we doing? What's the goal today? Well, the goal today, we have these 2 tool heads. Out of the 4 tool heads, 2 of them are good. So today we're gonna get the other 2 tool heads calibrated, set up. They're each gonna do their own print, and then we're going to adjust prints and make everything all happy and hunky-dory. And then we're gonna try and do a 4-color print. Today's stream is gonna be however long it is, if that makes sense. Because we have stuff to do. I have beer in the fridge. Smoke them if you got them. But today's stream is going to be, we're gonna go until we get a 4-color print at least started and functioning. That is the goal today. So buckle up. We're gonna have a good time. We are gonna have a good time. But the first thing I have to do is, we have to solve, oop, I didn't turn the overhead camera on. We have to solve a minor issue we've been having with these tool heads. They're not exactly the most consistent with the dock undock. See how I have to do that? It turns out we've been having issues with the 3rd pin on the bottom. We have to float it. So we've done it on these 2, it works good. So now we just have to do it on this one and then the last one. So that. Did I print out new parts? I didn't print out any new parts. Why would I need to print out new parts? Unless I said I was printing out new parts and then I forgot about it. Hopefully I didn't need to print out new parts. After that, Taylor's gonna... I don't know if I'll get it. I stopped the whole cereal thing. I haven't done cereals for Vorons in forever. I know it should fall into its place. These ones are fine. These ones are fine. In fact, the thing is, the only one that actually needs to be super repeatable is the first one. The rest just need to be able to dock and undock. So this is the only one that's got to be good enough for homing. But we figured out all I got to do is just ream out the 3rd pin on the bottom, because there's 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and the one on the bottom is a little snug. So all I've been doing is just taking the screw out, take the screw out, run the reamer, open the hole up a bit, put it back together, and it works good. So test them when it expands. Oh, I know. I know. We're gonna have to play around with it when it gets hot and all that too. I know. So what hot ends? We are using Luke's Lab chibi tubes. We're using the Luke's Lab chibi tube. So the tube compact. We have 4 tube compacts in this thing. They're all loaded with V6 nozzles of various types. I don't have any that are the same. They're all different nozzles. That's probably not a good idea to use 4 different types of nozzles on a printer. But they were in the bag, so that's what we have. So what's everyone up to? What's new and exciting in the world of 3D printing? Is there any 3D printing news we should look at? Anything going on in the world? Did Bamboo apologize yet? Or I don't know. Was there any drama? I don't know. What are we yapping about tonight? We're going to be doing a lot of calibrating tonight. We're going to be doing a lot of on the bus, off the bus. So we need stuff to yap about. Patient for index launch. You and me both, kid. You and me both, kid. Helped a buddy with some concrete. Ooh, that sounds fun. Printing a Moab. Ooh, nice. That's the belt fed one, right? That thing's insane. I would love to do that, but like I'm already finding darts all over my house from just the minor Nerf stuff I have already. Yeah. See, with the 2 pins, it drops in just fine. So just gotta get this 3rd pin What size ream? 4 mil. Just a 4 mil ream. Nothing fancy. Might as well call him Garrus with all the calibrations. We finally, on the Mass Effect playthrough, we got to the Quarian Flotilla, so we got tallies back on the team, so everyone's happy. All the Tallymancers are happy, which includes me. So the Mass Effect playthrough is going fun. If you're into video gaming, we've been playing games on Twitch in the morning. So if you're into, if for whatever reason you want more of me and me playing video games instead of building printers, follow me on Twitch, Nero3D on Twitch. Fun times. There we go. Okay, so now it's still a little snug. Those magnets, I gotta adjust these. Go. So if it pops up just a little bit, yeah, we're good. Okay, should be good there. That one should be good. The problem is I can't really fix the other ones, because the other ones I can't ream. It's only this one bottom one I can really get at, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, I gotta adjust those screws more. I gotta back these screws out more. A little bit more. Too much wiggle. There we go. It's ever so slightly sticky. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's ever so slightly sticky. What game are we playing? We're playing Mass Effect on Twitch, and we're having a really good time with it. I'll be honest, we're having a pretty fun time with Mass Effect on Twitch. We've done Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, and now we're into ME3, Mass Effect 3, which I'm one of those guys that think it's my favorite, but that's just me. Overall, I think Mass Effect 3 is the best one, but that's just me. Putting just a little bit of white lithium grease on these just to kind of see if that helps it a little bit. It's ever so slightly too tight. I'm gonna have to take this one apart, I think. Yeah, this one I gotta take apart. Because this one that we filled with yesterday, it is bang on. It drops right in. Once it's lined up. If you get it lined up right, it drops right on. But actually, maybe it's an alignment issue. Maybe because I'm not dropping it straight on. Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, so, okay, this one we got to take apart. This one we actually do have to take apart. Okay. What really sucks is I don't have my power tools. They are inside because I used them to put a bed together. So, they are inside. Is this my only tool changer? In terms of 3D printers, yes. This is my only 3D printing tool changer. And to be fair, it's my only tool changer overall. I don't have a CNC tool changer, unfortunately. As fun as that would be, I do not have a CNC tool changer. Magnet backwards? No, magnet's not backwards. It's just an ever so slight bind. It's not impossible to fix. It's actually a pretty easy fix. We fixed it the first one, and then we fixed the second one. I hit the bamboo lave one. Yeah, they have a tendency to catch fire. But hate is a very strong word. Hate is a very strong word. Detest, loathe. There are more fun words than hate you could use. I really, really, really revile. Ooh, that's a fun word. We need to bring back using fun words. English is becoming, especially with like this, with, you know, the way kids talk nowadays. I mean, the fact that people don't even have the energy to write okay anymore. They just go K. We need to bring back more fun words in English. We need to bring back the fun words in English. Fear leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Suffering leads to a really bad Star Wars movie. I have not heard it. The best thing I heard about the Mandalorian and Grogu movie was like, don't worry about having it spoiled for you. There's nothing in it to spoil. And I'm like, oh, that is such a dirty... That is so like... Oh... Don't worry about having it spoiled for you. There's nothing to spoil. And every review's like, yeah, nothing happens in the movie. Okay. Oh yeah, that's way too tight. Okay. So what can we do here? We've already checked that pin out. So let's loosen this pin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna loosen the pins. Let it float. We're going to take these pins out. Was nothing new. Eat popcorn and don't think while you watch it. I know. There's nothing wrong against, like, pure entertainment movies. But it's kind of like, dude, it's Star Wars. Like, Star Wars has this, like, it's Star Wars. Like, it's Star Wars. Like, it's... That'd be like if, like, an NFL team came to your high school and played against your high school football team, and, like, the game ended in a tie. Be like, yeah, you know, I got a good game out of it, but it's like, it's a high school NFL team versus an NFL team. It's like, it's Star Wars. It should not... A Star Wars movie should not just be, eh. Wow, these pins are stuck in there. Okay. So, unfortunately, I can't ream these ones. But I can open up the hole. For the screws. Let the screws float a little bit. Because unfortunately the reamer can't get in here because it's on an angle. There's this part kind of sucks. If you wanted to like go in here with the reamer, you can't because there's a bit of plastic that prevents you from coming in straight to ream it. So I can't ream it, unfortunately. Chilly Sunday morning. Is it chilly where you're at? It's been rainy here. Today has been a rainy morning. I'm hoping the other one doesn't need this. I'm hoping we only have to do this on the one. Okay, so let's see, what do we got here? So... let's see here. Tighten these up. It's smoky down under. Is Australia on fire again? Are y'all on fire again? Hopefully you're not on fire again. That would be annoying. It's still tight. Is this stupid pin? Is it this pin? Still the bottom pin that's tight? Or is it the upper pins that are tight? Burn off to prevent bigger fire. It's on purpose. Well, yeah. Controlled burns sort of thing. Yeah, it's that bottom pin. Because the top two pins... Yeah, the top two pins drop right in. So it's this bottom pin here that's being a bit of a butt. Cause I'm free floated. As long as you have your magnets set up right, it should all still lock into position once it's in like the dock position. So. Oh, that looks like it's rubbing there. Dang it, why are you not... It just does not want to go in. Why are you rubbing on that? Let me try something here. Turn you up. Turn you up. Let's try this now. Yeah, this does not want to go in. This one is not lining up. Which is odd because they were all printed at exactly the same time in the same orientation. So we should not be having issues with the pins. They should not be having these issues. Okay, what if we float this one? Try changing the pin? Yeah, I'm going to try that actually. Let's try changing the pin. I have extra pins somewhere. Yeah, right here. Let's try changing the pin. Polish the pin out, chuck it in a drill with 600 grit. The problem is these pins are super small. Like I know about polishing a pin. I know that is a thing we could do. Let me grab my mic. Grab Mike. Where's Mike? There's my micrometer. Okay. Oh no, my battery's dead. The battery's not even in it. There we go. Okay. So this pin is approximately 3.98 thou. 3.98 millimeters. This pin is also 3.98. 3.983 millimeters. And yes, my micrometer is that accurate. Because, you know, sometimes you just need the right tools, right? Sometimes it's nice to have good tools. Measuring tools is one of those things that if you do anything, if you're going to cheap out on tools, cheap out on your wrench, not your measuring tool. It's the bottom pin that's causing this. Because the moment I put the top pins are fine. The moment I let me take out the bottom pin here. Let me swap out the bottom pin. Maybe it's the bottom. Maybe I burred it or something while holding it in the grips. They're hardened, so it shouldn't. But I mean, like, with just the two upper pins, it drops right in. Just the two upper pins. It drops right in. Oh, these are longer. I can't use these pins. They're too long. I'm wondering, actually. I'm starting to wonder if maybe... no, that wouldn't be the print warped. It wouldn't be the print warped. Yeah, I'm going to check that. I'm going to check that right here in a second, Lewis. Yeah, because with just these two, it goes right in. Like it drops right in. Like you can, drops right in. So, what I could do is just kind of put you in there. Try inserting the pin with the screw loose into it, install the backplate on the shuttle and tighten. Oh yeah, we've tried that. That's how I set them up originally and they seem to work. But these prints were like, not fresh off the printer, but they were like that day off the printer. So if I'm wondering if like we had a cheeky bit of thermal or not expansion, but if like the printed parts kind of like not swelled, but if like they were really dry prints, and then they you know. Oop. Yeah, that's way too tight. That's way too tight. It's just this bottom pin. The moment this bottom pin is loose, yeah, it's the stupid bottom pin. It's the bottom pin. Why are you doing this to me, bottom pin? Why are you betraying me? Why are you betraying me? Do we really need all 3 pins? Do we really need all 3 pins? I mean, yeah, we kind of do. We kind of need all 3 pins. Okay, there we go. I think we're okay. Does anyone else hear the fire trucks go by? I live near a fire station, so kind of interesting at times hearing them go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, now we're good. Now we got to put this all back together. Okay, so you go there. I'm in my car, stopped by a train. Why are you watching me while in your car? Like, I know I'm cool and important and you should never miss a stream, but why are you watching me in your car? No, YouTube, I'm not going to insert ads. I tried that. It made me like an extra $1 a stream and everyone hated it. Seriously, running ads on my live stream, I tried. Because YouTube's like, you should be running ads in your live stream. It'll increase your revenue and all this shit. And I'm like, fine, you know what? I'll give it a try. You keep bitching about it, I'll give it a try. And I gave it a try, and I made an extra like $2 to $3 per stream. And everyone hated it. So I turned off ads during live streams. So if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. I watch my Tesla does the driving. I got one of them Teslers. My Tesla does the driving. Just hopefully I don't see you on a live leak video. Oh, there we go. Now we're golden. Now we're golden. Oh, yeah. Like a glove. Although that is... Now I gotta adjust those. You know what really sucks? I got mosquitoes in the garage now this time of the year. Oh wait, tighten that back up. There we go. No, damn it. Now it's doing it again. There we go. Okay. So now, plug you back in. Plug you back in, and there's that one done. So now we got this guy, which is the last one. Never going back to regular cars. It's not, the problem, I have anxiety issues. I have anxiety issues. I've been in self-driving cars. My problem is I can't relax in a self-driving car because I don't trust it enough. So the entire time I'm like freaking out, expecting the car to drive off the road and kill me. So I can't relax in a self-driving car. And yes, I know, well, you're supposed to pay attention, but the problem is with a self-driving car is it's like it's not good enough for me to not be constantly panicked about it, but it's good enough that I'll forget and then I'll panic, if that makes sense. So like, for example, my Subaru Crosstrek, right? I got a Subaru Crosstrek. It has lane assist, so it keeps me within the lines. And it's got adaptive cruise. So if I set it to like 120 kilometers an hour and I come up in a car in front of me that's going slower, it'll automatically slow down and keep at whatever distance I set it to. And then if that car gets out of the way, it'll accelerate back up to 120, right? So I got adaptive cruise and I have lane assist. Honestly, that's all I need. I've discovered that's kind of all I need. Oh my God, I have to manually turn the wheel to change lanes. Oh my God, I have to manually take my cutoff when I get off the highway. For any drive, I live in Ontario. For those that don't know Canada, we have one road. So it's not like, you know, I live in like San Francisco where, you know, a 10-minute drive has me going through like 20 different streets. If I want to go visit my brother in Ottawa, 9 hours away from me, turn left, turn right. No, I turn left, I turn left. I turn right again. Goes that way. Turn left. Right, left, right. That's how I get to my brother's house 9 hours away from me. Because it's one road. It's the 401. It's like, how do you get onto the 401 and then how do you get off the 401? And then my brother lives in Ottawa, so there's like a little road that goes, well, not a little road, but it's a road that goes from the 401, I think it's north of Kingston, to Ottawa. If you stay on the 401, you go to Quebec. Ain't nobody want to go to Quebec. I'm going to Quebec this summer. I go visit Liz. I'll go visit Pez Liz. We like Pez Liz here. We'll go visit Pez Liz in Quebec. go. Are measured in time rather than distance or kilometers. Well, we don't use miles. Only really old boomers use miles. Nobody uses miles for distance in Canada. We use height. Height we use imperial. I'm 5'9". I have no idea what that is in centimeters. I think it's a 175. But I'm 5'9" and I weigh 100 and we'll say 80 pounds. Only been the 401 around Toronto is the busiest highway in the world, unless like some road in China just took it over. There's also Highway 1. Yeah, the Trans-Canada Highway. You can't get lost in Canada. If you're on the east coast of Canada, you want to go to the west coast, you take the Trans-Canada Highway. It's one road. Okay, this one's good. Yeah, this one, see what I mean? It's just this one tool head was annoying. I'm gonna adjust these guys a little bit. But they actually engage the magnets. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's honestly, when you ask me how far away something is, we default we default to time. Like, how far away is Costco from my house? 20 minutes. Want to go to Point Pelee? It's an hour. If I want to go from my house to the very tip of Canada, where I run out of Canada, it's an hour and 20 minutes. How far is that? I don't know. It's an hour and 20 minutes. There we go. Okay, that's good. That's good there. So now we plug this back in. Plug you back in. And you go up here. Come back down here, double check, make sure that's all healthy and good. Yeah, this one is just a butt. This one is just ever so slightly not as loose as I would like it to be, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay. Let's go back to our configuration. Let me put some zip ties on this so everything's happy. And then we will power the printer up. Needs power to power it up. And we'll calibrate these other tool heads. We'll make it all happy. Everything is awesome. So don't forget also, a little bit of a housekeeping shout out. If you are attached to any of the creator spool colors from Polymaker, Polymaker is retiring the Polymaker creator spool program. So if there's any colors in specific you wish to stock up on, you might want to grab them now before they run out. I don't know when the official end date of the whole thing is, but it's sooner than later, I think. So if you want to get some Zombie Red or Print General FDE or anything funky like that, do it now. Here in Britain, they measure distance in Dumsy tires, temperature in cobbly wobblies, and weight in quivvy shivvies. I could totally see that. They use stone. They use stone as a unit of weight. How, like, oh, it's 12 stone. What? What? Okay, we gotta put tool 1 on. Don't need the drill anymore. Put the drill over here. Zombie red is a nice color. It is a very nice color. And you know what? I'm just gonna be that guy. I'm gonna do something I shouldn't. And Zombie's a good guy. Okay? I don't like when other creators just go out of their way to trash talk other creators. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. Because if you don't know, you're better off not knowing. But like, Zombie's a good dude. I don't know why this other creator... I'm just gonna say this. Everyone in 3D printing content creators, we all get along. We're all buddies. So, if everyone's getting along, but everyone is the problem, maybe it's not everyone being the problem. Maybe it's one problem. So that came across my timeline, and I just didn't like that. I didn't like seeing that. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't worry about it. Because bubbles are bubbles. And when you live in a bubble, you live in a bubble. Okay. So how are we doing this? How do we do this? Calibration. Okay. So, probe offsets. This where we go. Okay. Yeah, if you smell shit everywhere you go, check your shoes. That is a very good thing. Okay. So we got a home all. Okay. QGL. A DDD project. Is it, do you prefer DDD projects? Do you prefer DDD projects? Or do you prefer triple D projects? What is the, how do you pronounce DDD projects? What is the proper way for that? 3D printing content creator is tame, look for it. Oh dude, yeah. If you think 3D printing content creator drama is spicy, oh my God, there ain't no drama like VTuber drama. Like, I don't consume VTuber content. I don't. I know of them. I mean, partner with GamerSups, buy some GamerSups, use code Canuck, save some money. So, you know, I'm aware of the general gist of VTubing, right? I know who Iron Mouse is. I do find Chibidoki quite amusing in times. I won't watch a stream, but if a highlight video comes across my timeline on YouTube, I might watch it, okay? But oh my God, there is no drama like VTuber drama. Oh my God, if you're a drama gremlin, you eat good if you're into VTubers. The heck is a VTuber? Okay, I am a meat tuber. I'm a meat popsicle. I'm a human. You see me on screen. Now imagine if I wanted to stream, okay, but I didn't want to show my face for whatever reason. For example, a lot of females, a lot of women don't want to show their face on YouTube or content because men are pigs and the internet is a cruel mistress. So people on the internet are dicks. If you want to stream though, it's very hard to gain any traction as a streamer without showing your face. It's very hard. You need that stupid little you in the bottom of the corner while you play a game, yapping away. So a VTuber is you use a virtual avatar. Use a virtual avatar. You use like a rigged image or a 3D model that basically just emulates what you're doing in a little cutesy avatar. They're not all cute. It's not all women. It's whatever. It's whatever you want it to be. But it's just a way of streaming or creating content without giving away who you are. And considering the internet, again, is full of people who are horrible, I see the value in that. I see the value in that. So, okay. So, yeah, it's like he used it. Yeah, anime avatar, Burnt Peanut. Dude, Burnt, isn't he like racist? I've seen, I don't watch Burnt Peanut. He is not anywhere near like entertaining to me at all. I tried watching it for like 2 minutes. I'm like, this is not for me. But isn't he like racist? I've heard like, didn't he get canceled or something? Shady Pass, or is that the other peanut one? I don't know. There's like 2 of them that are peanuts, aren't they? Like a sheriff one? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so we home, we do that. Okay, so now we need to do this. Okay, adjust that. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so we did it with that. So now we put that up here. So we're homed, we're QGL'd, we're all happy, happy-go-lucky, happy, joy there. So now, what we need to do is we loosen. Let me get this camera set up over here so you guys can, oh, actually no, this, cause I gotta rotate it this way because I gotta be able to see what I'm doing. I have to be able to look directly at it. It's a bit annoying. Okay, so we loosen the dock. So this dock is now loosey-goosey. Okay. Drop that down. Then we take this and we put it on our tool head. Okay. Now we need to move this up G1 Z230. Why'd I hit X230? I meant Z230. Z230. Oh my god, I can't type. G1 Z230. Arise, chicken. Arise. So now I have to line up the dock and basically manually dock the tool. And this part is kind of annoying. So, because you have to like drive it in. We're parallel parking a tool on a 3D printer right now. Okay. -X. There we go. Okay, gotta go up more. Okay. I need more light. 1 second. I need like a light. There we go. Move like that over here a bit. Oh, I forgot to put these back in. I gotta put these back in. Okay. 1 second here. I can't do it with. Can I do it with these? I can't. I gotta do this in a second. Aziz light. Aziz light. Okay. X. Incremental move. It's like I'm doing this with like one eye lined up in the middle. That should be good there. Okay, now we bring it in. Y. Is that centered? That's pretty centered there. Oh. Okay, how are you lined up? Are you lined up left to right? Gotta go left ever so slightly. Right about there. Okay, now I gotta bring it in. gotta go down. Oh wait, I gotta... go this way a bit. There we go. Okay, that lines up there. Right. Yeah, you lined up there. Okay, get back on there. Okay, now we come down. Oh, we've already broken connection. Oh no, we're red. So we're red still. We come down until the light turns off. There we go. Up until the light turns on. Okay, we're good. There we go. Put that there. Lock that there. Okay. So we have to do it this way, where we manually dock it, because we need to ensure that this part here is trammed to the way the tool is actually held in the gantry. Okay. Okay. So now, oh, I ripped a key off my keyboard. Escape. There we go. Okay. Okay, do that, and reduce 2 to 5. Okay, so now we need to get this out of here. So we come down. So actually, let me do a quick print screen of this just to save it. Okay. The fifth element, Lilu Dallas Multipass. Okay, and now we got to go backwards. So Y positive. Okay, there we go. I forgot to put the whatchamacallits back in the tool. I need to put these guys in so that we can actually lock it in place. Should I be letting the tool head hang off of the umbilical? Probably not. But you know how the French say, YOLO. Are you considering names for this printer? We already have a name for this printer. It's just Tallboy SE. The printer already has a name. It's Tallboy Stealth Changer, so it's Tallboy SE. It is bad luck to rename a printer. It is bad luck to rename a printer. Okay? It's bad luck to rename a printer. Okay, so now we have to move it back into position again to pick up the tool. And then if it picks up the tool properly, these are the values that we use to pick up the tool. Okay. So, do this again. I mean, you guys can't really get a better view for this, so you guys can watch my torture. You guys go watch. Okay. So now that tool's in its home. in its position. It's been docked, right? We have it docked. These are nice and low. There we go. Tool is docked. So now we come forward. Okay, move up one. Oh, this is annoying to do. Because you can only see, like, the problem is, I'm looking, there's a pin over a bushing over here. And I have to line it up X, Y, and Z while looking at it from, like, over here. So it's not exactly the, this would be a lot easier on a smaller printer on the floor. But alas, we are here. This would be easier too if it was one of the ones closer here. I might spin this around to do it from the other side. Okay. Okay, Y go forward, or go backward. Am I engaging anything? I can't see. Okay, I'm gonna move that side X. Y forward. Is that right? What did you miss? I need to get a stool. 1 second. I need a stool. I need to be able to look down on it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I got a tool here. This is actually, okay, I gotta go back a bit. This is, how's that look? One more. That looks good there. What did you miss? We're lining docks up. I see. Turn my light. Can I not see with my light? I can't do. That's annoying. Okay, X is. Okay, let's see. Well, let's pick it up. Oh, I think we're good. Yeah, okay. Keep going up. Until the light turns off. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is the position of toolhead 3. So now, or toolhead 2. So we have a tool changer, tools, tool 2. And our park X is 214.5. Our Y is 8.6. And then our Z is 237.7. But what we've learned is add 2 to the Z. So 239.7. So 239.7. Okay, we've learned to add 2 to the Z. So we're going to save and restart. Okay. So now I don't know why I left this tool on. I should have taken it off. Okay. Put tool 1 back on. Is that broken? I think, did I break that? I gotta fix that. Ooh, this is broken. I gotta, okay, 1 second. I got a broken screw here. Or not broken screw, I think I stripped. It's not locking into the standoff. I need to use a longer screws. All my standoffs are metal except for this one, and I don't know why. There we go. Okay. So now, home all. I hate how I don't have Facebook on this phone, but I still get Facebook push notifications. It's annoying. I hate it. The roulette index printer. Oh, yeah. Index should be more condensed to fit more on a printer. It's already pretty condensed. Like, Index is as small of a platform as they can do. Index, like, they can't really go any smaller with Index, I don't think. Am I going to make the Micron a stealth changer? No. No. One tool changer is enough. Neokoi, I think, did a Micron stealth changer, I think. Okay, so we do that. We do, is that home? What was my original? I didn't predict anything on the launch yesterday. I was hoping for, I don't predict stuff on launches. I'm like, I want this shit to go good. Internally, it got as far as, I wanted the test yesterday, the Starship test yesterday, to be good enough that they could proceed. Because the thing that I worry now is I worry Flight 13 is now going to be a repeat of Flight 12. Because they weren't able to do the in-orbit engine test, which means they may not be allowed to go orbital. Which means Flight 13 will just be a repeat of Flight 12. I want the program to keep advancing. I want to see Starship orbital, and I want to see him catching boosters. But, like, if shit fails, they have to redo it. Okay, so M220, S50. So we are running at half speed now. So we're going to hit T2 If I hit T1, it'll change to this guy. Okay, so it should go to T1. Okay, so dock that guy. Okay, so it's running at half speed, by the way. Okay, so that one's good. But we knew that. We did this one yesterday. So now if I hit T2, it'll be this guy. I should have my hand over the E-stop for this. Okay. Now if I go back to T0, I think I gotta move that forward just. Yeah, I gotta go forward just a little bit. Gotta go forward just a little bit. So machine, T2, 214. What do we got for T1? 8.8. Where's the Y? 9. .8 on the Y. T2. We have to go a little bit further forward on this. 8.2. Save and restart. Try this again. It's like ever so slightly. It's like it was like right on the lip. It's like it's just got to be a little bit more forward. The only downside is you have to home it and do a full QGL every time. Because if you don't do the QGL, if you just do an XY home and your gantry isn't trammed out, there is a chance it won't pick up the tool properly. Okay, so we do that. Do a QGL. How's it going? It's going good. This is definitely a smoke 'em if you got 'em, grab a drink stream. We're calibrating tool heads on a tool changer. It's like, I'm sure there is a way to do this slightly more optimized than the way I'm doing it now. It's just, I don't want to mess it up. I got a feeling tool 2 is going to be the redheaded stepchild tool. What gamer subs? BBL, Blueberry Lemon. Why? What else would BBL stand for? Blueberry Lemon. Okay. So, then we do a Z. Okay, so now if I hit tool 2, I am not running this at half speed. Oh shit. Okay. So it's bumping on this a little bit. I gotta catch on that a little bit. Okay. So if I go back to tool 0. There we go. That's docked properly. back to tool 0, or tool 2. It's doing like a little bump or something. It's like hitting something, but I don't know what. Okay, anyways. And now, so that's tool 2. So we're doing tool 2 is good. So now we need the G-code offsets manual. So we've already done all that. Raise the nozzle. Oh yeah, so we come down until the Z hits, yeah. So do a G28Z. So we've already trammed the gantry, so now we do a G28Z. Oop. No, it's stuck on it. It's stuck a little bit. Okay. Now I gotta QGL it. Damn it! So let's come down until this hits. Okay. 1.8. So 1.8. So 1.8 is our offset. So if we look in here, it's that. On this one is 1.8. So this one is, I have different nozzles in every tool. So I have different nozzles in every tool, so. Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. I did this wrong. 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 1 second. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I have to do it with tool 0. I have to do it with tool 0. Save and restart. I have to do it with tool 0. You come up here. Okay. I have to do it with tool 0. There we go. Okay. So tool 0, home all. You have to home it with tool 0. Then you have to put tool whatever you're doing in, and then come down till it touches. That's your reference point. I'm a dummy. Is it tap or use a beacon? I'm using tap. You can use beacon. The problem is if you use beacon, then you have to run, because right now, think about it, okay? This carriage has nothing running to it. If you want to use beacon, you have to run wires to the carriage and use like a drag chain. Whereas in my setup, because we're using tap, because every tool head has a sensor in it that it can work like tap, it's sliding on bearings, right? You might as well. It just, you know, it's easier. It depends on the setup. If you want to make it a little bit more complicated, yes, you can use beacon, or you could just use tap. Tap is native to the system and requires the least amount of faffery. There we go. So what you do is you put tool 0 in, you initialize tool changer. Okay, we do all that. I don't know why we have to initialize tool changer. It already is initialized. Yeah, because it detects tool 0's in there. We do a QGL, we do a G28Z, which we've just done. Boom. Okay. And then we take this off. We put the tool we want to calibrate on, which is tool 2, on there. Okay. And then we come down until it touches, and that's our offset. Yes. Wouldn't each, I mean, no, because there's no way to mount there's no way to mount a beacon to these tool heads. The tool head mounts to the carriage, or the beacon mounts to the carriage. So you would have to design a different mount. And then you would also need a beacon for each tool head, which gets expensive quick. Because remember, only tool head 1 calibrates. This is tool head 1, this one right here, that's the only tool head that does any sort of Z offset. That does your Z probe, that does your bed meshing, that does all of that, okay? All the other tools are referenced to this tool. So right now I'm getting my Z offset because we've calibrated this is 0. And now we get our little piece of paper and we go down until this touches, and then we look at this number and that tells us the Z difference between this tool head and this tool head. Okay, so we come down. Ooh, that is too down. Come up, make sure that's seated down. Put my little piece of papier. Way on me. Come down. Okay. So 0.1 millimeter. Yeah, 0.1. So now we go in here, tool 2. And then our offset is 0.1 for the Z. Save. Because on this one, if you wanted to know, on this one it is 0.15 in the negative. So you're gonna, depending on how you build your tool heads, how consistent they are, but also the fact I'm using different nozzles. This one has like a Fadus nozzle. This one has a generic diamond, or I don't even know. This might just be a copper plated nozzle. They're all different nozzles. So every nozzle in here is different. So I'm gonna have different Z offsets, but that's okay. It can work with that. It can work with that. Also, I am totally being lazy here. And for now, we're using the same input shaping values for every tool head too. If I were to copy and paste it correctly, instead of copy and pasting it again. Control C. Control V. Okay, and then we got 0.1, save and restart. There we go. So that is toolhead 2 done. So now, toolhead 3. So, grab this guy, dock you on. Now we do a home all. And then we do it all again. Everything we've just done from the start of stream till now, do it again, but on this tool. And then we print these. We've done this one. So then we need to do it again for this one and this one. And that gives us our XY offsets. And then we'll do a single print. How difficult? I haven't played with Calico yet. Every time I meant to try Calico, I end up installing just regular Clipper. Damn, that's a pretty good comparison. So this just gives you for those that have been watching the Starship stuff, this gives you a pretty good comparison of the size difference between the Starship, the Space Shuttle, Orion, which just went to the moon, and Apollo. These are all to scale. These are to scale. So that's how big the Space Shuttle is compared to Starship. Damn. And that's Apollo. That's what we sent to the moon. That is insane. Okay. So we do that. Do our Z. Okay. Now we pick you up. Put you on your dock. Pick you up. Put you on here. Should be nice and happy on there. Line it up. It helps if I line it up. Okay, now G1, Z2, 230. Arise, chicken. Arise. How much bigger is V3? Compared to the V2 Starship, it's only like a meter taller. It's like 124 meters tall for the whole stack versus like 123. It's like one extra ring section in the booster and the ship, I think. And then the hot stage is now integrated. So the ship and the booster grew a little bit, and then the hot stage ring became integrated in the booster, which shrunk it a bit. So it's only like a meter taller than the V2. But it looks so much cleaner. Okay, now the annoying part. I gotta line this up now. Okay, so Y positive. Okay. Sure, I'm pretty sure I tightened this nozzle, but I'll double check. There we go. I haven't heat tightened them, but Luke from Luke's Lab, are you in chat? Do I need to heat tighten your nozzles? No, wrong way. Oh, this is annoying. This is so annoying to look at and do at the same time. This is annoying. Okay, are you lined up? How are you lined up? You seem pretty happy there. Okay. So we come down one, and then we walk it in. Drop it down one. Okay. Make sure that red light don't come off. Okay, and now we bring it in. Oh wait, shoot, I forgot to loosen these. Ah! There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. How are you lined up? Are you lined up? Left to right, okay. You are... Go this way a little bit. Potato, tomato, tomato, potato. It would have been really nice on these if there was like an alignment jig. I think we're aligned. That looks pretty aligned. Okay. So come forward a bit. Are we touching? Where is my shim gauge? Are we touching? Are we touching? No. Down. Wait for the red light to turn blue. There we go. Okay. Move you up. Lock you in position. Go. Tighten this back up. Okay. Now we drop U2. So Z negative 1. Okay, and then we back U up, so Y positive. Yep. There we go. Okay. So now we need to figure out where our beautiful home position is for picking the tool back up now. So we've docked the tool, and now we need to figure out where the pickup position is for the tool. So now this is the annoying part. And I'm going to come onto this side of the screen to do it so I can actually see it. Because, you know, this is one of those things that's easier to do when you can actually see what the hell you're doing. Did you guys know that? It is easier to do something as a human, as a Homo sapien, as a super special person. It is easier to do something when you can see what the hell you're doing. So, the only problem is, how much you want to bet I'm going to screw up? How much you want to bet I'm going to screw up because now I'm on the other side of the printer. I'm going to get my X's and Y's backwards. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Okay, so Y forward. Nope, no, yeah, exactly. Drop those out a bit. That looks okay there. So X towards me. It is so hard to judge. Flashlight. Yeah, it's always, you always have trouble finding the hole sometimes. It's just one of those things. Right there, looks good. You gotta come a little bit towards me on the X. Okay, now Z comes up. Till the red light turns off. You can't see the red light, or until the blue light turns red. There we go. We're docked. It's necessary. Somebody, I should have spent all my money to get the Hans Zimmer license to play the Hans Zimmer soundtrack during that. So this is something I am a little concerned about. In case you haven't noticed, my Z, my Y has been drifting quite heavily among the different tools. So Params Park X is 314.6. 314.6. Y is 7.1. And Z is 238.4. 238.4, which increased by 2. That is 40. Save and restart. some printing now. We're about to see if I effed up or if not, and see if we can get tool 4. Now, there is going to be a lot more variance across mine here because I have a free-floating dock here. So if this is out like ever, I just kind of eyeballed this shit. This kind of like, I grab my scale and I'm like, let's see, what do we got here? That's like 156 millimeters, and this is like, I don't know, oh, that's 156 millimeters and a half. So this is ever so slightly out of alignment, fiddly, whatever. I'm not concerned. We can always recalibrate it later. So, okay, put tool 1 back on. So if all goes well here, because now we have values for T3. Okay. Also, let me put my input shaper values in here. Oop. Yeah, let's copy over the input shaper values from the other tool. Do that first. Hey, Luke, since you're here, do I need to hot tighten the chibi tubes? Are they good? Are they good? Do I need to hot tighten chibi tubes? I can't believe how dusty it is in the garage this time of the year. Okay, home all. So we home this one, we do a QGL, we home Z, and then we should be able to pick up all the tools now. We should be good for picking up all the tools now. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay. QGL. Got to do a QDGL. A cutie patootie GL. Never move the build plate? What do you mean move? Yeah, move it. By the way, once we get this printing, I'm cracking open a beer in celebration. Also because I'm almost out of gamer subs. Oh, by the way, Luke, since you're here, somebody, the video that me and you did and the picture that we took that we used as a thumbnail, somebody got confused and assumed this was an airport and was letting me know because of the pictures of me and you and the faces we made in that thumbnail, that they would no longer be consuming my content. I corrected them and let them know while I am not an airport, there is one a couple miles up the road, and if they were looking for places to announce their departure, they can head over there. So it's always a little odd when somebody gets confused about, you know, the difference between a YouTube comment section and an airport. I can see how you can get that confused, but it happens. Especially when it's like a gray name that I've never heard before. It's like, who are you? It's like, buddy, we all know the stupid face on YouTube thumbnails. We hate doing them, but they work. I do A/B testing of my thumbnails, and every time I do I do like a, and then I do a, guess which one always wins? I hate it, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go at 50% speed this time because I'm not crazy. Okay, so should we go right to tool 4 or tool 3, or should we go down the list? Let's go down the list. So tool 0 is good. Let's do tool 1. So these ones we've tested. This one we haven't tested yet. And it is running at half speed. Okay, tool 2. I gotta figure out what it's bumping on. It's bumping on something. Oh, no, not anymore. Okay. And the last one, tool 3. I should have my hand on the E-stop, but YOLO. Okay, and now speed back to 100%. Okay, so we're back at 100% speed. Tool 0. Okay, tool 3. And go back to tool 0. Because we need tool 0 so we can calibrate tool 1's Z offset. Okay, do a quick QDGL. Do a Z offset, swap to tool 4, do our Z offset for tool 4, and then we can load filament in tool 3 and 4, and then we can do some printing. So I'm using Prusa Slicer, which Prusa Slicer cannot look ahead and preheat nozzles, unfortunately. So what I've been doing is essentially just kind of telling them to cool the nozzles down to, like, I don't know, 50 degrees below ambient, whatever their normal printing temp is, and then adjusting from there. Okay, so now, so we lose a little bit of time in heating up and cooling down, but it's still way faster than any multi-material system would ever be. Okay. So. Okay, so now we come down until that touches. Do you have to calibrate? So what you do is the machine is calibrated off tool 0, and then you need to find the differences between each tool, okay? Oop. Yeah, so 0.2. So this nozzle is 0.2 higher than tool 0. So this is 0.2. Okay, save and restart. So now, what we can do is we can load filament in all our tool heads. So, home all. Someone called Pika a scam and they didn't exist. They do exist. I saw one. I don't have one, but I saw them. When I have it all working. At some point I will retry Orca Slicer, but apparently there's a bug in Orca Slicer with Tool Changer, so we're using Prusa Slicer for now. So we are taking some efficiency losses with Prusa Slicer, but you know, at this level stage in the game, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It's funny to see that. Just remember, people on the internet are dumb. I need to go get some more filament. Okay. get some filament. Let's go with this one, and what color are you? Blue and red. That'll work. There we go. Thank you, FlashForge, for your filament. I'm sure when your printer shows up, I will have lots of nice things to say. Okay, so that is that. Home Z. Okay, so now we need to pick up tool 2. Can you use beacon or carto? You can, but it's going to be a little bit more complicated because you're going to have to run extra wiring to the carriage. So you're going to have to use like a drag chain or something, but you can use a beacon or a carto if you want. Is this high enough up to, no, one more. Okay. So this is extruder 2. So let's heat you up to 210. Smoke off all the extra goop on it. I don't think we PID'd this hot end yet either. We're gonna have to PID this hot end. Shoot. Turn you off. Actually, no, let me heat it up, get filament loaded in it, then I'll PID it. By the way, these are the Prusa spool holders. I don't have a spool holder for this printer yet, so I'm literally just having spool holders sit on the ground and feed it up. Hot tighten while PIDing. Well, no, I'm gonna hot tighten it too while it's hot. Oh man, I hate loading spool holders this way though. It's super annoying. Because you gotta like feed the filament into the tube without it getting all funky on you. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you go here. You are tool 2, so you get this one. Am I on the right one? Oh, there we go. And also, I think I screwed up. I think I gotta adjust these. 1 second. Because I think, if I remember correctly, well, here, let me hot tighten it while we're here. Okay, machine T1, direction pin is exclamation mark. Yeah, I got a direction pin there, save, close, and there. Because all my extruders are backwards, and we don't want our extruders backwards. Which means I'm gonna have to QGL it again. Oh well. We'll get a print going with this tool head first. Okay. So heat you back up. Actually, let's. Initialize, what is the command? Initialize tool changer. There you go. Okay, cool. Extrude, extrude. Are you sucking filament up? I can't tell if it's sucking filament up or not. Here, let me... Oh, now it's too cold. Let me see here. Oh no, you're not extruding filament at all. Okay. Extrude. There we go. Zero. Come on. Push some filament out of this thing. Come on. Are you done? Wanting to extrude? What is going on here? Where's the filament going? Extrude. You're not extruding. You're grinding. Okay, what's going on here? Is this nozzle jammed? I got a feeling this nozzle's jammed. I might have to swap the nozzle. Yeah, this nozzle's jammed. Okay. Let me grab a different nozzle here. Hurricanes win in overtime. Damn it! Oh yeah, that nozzle is jammed. Okay. Do I have another 0.4 somewhere? You are not a 0.4. You're not a 0.4. What are you? Oh, ow, you're the hot nozzle that I just took out. 3 dots is a 0.4, right? E3D V6 dots. E3D V6 dots. 3 dots is a 0.4. Okay, you're a 0.4. Cool. Oh wow, that transfers heat quick. Luke, your hot ends are hot. What do I think about MPC? I haven't really played with it much, I'll be honest. There we go. I'm gonna have to redo my offset. I have a different nozzle in this now. I'm gonna have to redo my offset. Damn it. Oh well. Okay. That's okay. We gotta do a PID tune anyways. So let's do a PID tune. So in this case, if you're wondering how it works, PID on a tool changer like this, you just tell what extruder you're using. So in this case, it's extruder 2. But first, we want to have our part cooling fan at like, I don't know, 40%, just so we have some part cooling going on. And we'll do it at 240. There we go. Are we going to cook some filament doing this? Yes. By the way, Clipper, you do not have to start a PID tune from room temperature. Clipper, when it does its PID tune, it ignores the first one because you don't know, like, back in the old days with Marlin, you had to start PID tuning from like your ambient temperature. With Clipper, you don't got to worry about that. So if you like start a PID tune and the nozzle's at 160, it don't matter because it throws away that first curve value that it picks up. So yeah, make sure all your nozzles are good before doing offset calibration. I mean, this will take 2 seconds to fix. It's not a big deal. I mean, we're going to have some ooze, but whatever. Because what we're going to do is we're going to calibrate this one. Okay, here's a question. I got to figure out how to do my offset, my XY. You know what? Screw it. We'll do XY offset calibrating another day. I want to get this thing printing. Somebody find me a fun 4-color quick print that we can use for the demo print. If we're off, if our XY is off a little bit, we'll deal with that another day. We'll do that another day. Well, here's the thing. If you change nozzles, you shouldn't have to redo your XY. You should only have to redo your Z. Unless your nozzle hole is off. You thinking not? Well, these all have a little nozzle scrubber in the dock kind of thing. They have a little nozzle wipe in the dock. This being a V2, any brush you have to do would be mounted on the gantry. So it'd be a little bit annoying to deal with, to be fair. Also, I need something to hold this last spool of filament. Where's my polymaker spools at? Oh, what are you? You're the one polymaker. Where's my other polymaker spool box? I got the one there. Where's the other one at? Where did I put it? Is it on the other side of the garage? Where's my other polymaker spool box? I need another spool holder. Where is it? Shoot, how do you lose a box of filament? Honestly, who throws a shoe? I mean, I could use that one, but it's got filament in it. What's behind that? No. I have that one there. Axis scope for the G. Oh, I know there's all kinds of fancy tools you can do for offsets. I know that. I'm well aware. Yeah, I'll just use this one. I'll just unload it. I mean, this filament is sopping wet anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, this filament is soaked. This filament is sopping wet. Yeah, it's a printed wrench. I printed it years ago. I printed it back when the mosquito was fun and hot. Speaking of mosquitoes, I got freaking mosquitoes all in my garage now. Yeah, all these Bowden tubes are super long back here, and I don't want to cut any of them until I know exactly what they need to be. So it's like... we're just going to have really long Bowden tubes. Probably going to have some issues with filament feed, but it shouldn't be too bad. There we go. PID is done. Okay, so the downside with doing the PIDs in this system like this is you can't save it. So you have to copy your values, go to the tool, in this case T2, go into here, and what I do, I just paste it so I don't lose it, comment it out so you don't do it, and then you just copy these values over. There we go. Okay. Save and restart. So now, take this guy, put it back on the dock, pick tool 2 up now. Tool 2 is in there, home it, or tool 0 is in there, home it. PIDs should all be identical. They should. I mean, let me see what we got here. They're pretty close. They're all pretty close. They're all pretty close. But, you know, we got the time. We might as well do an individual for each one. Make an ECAS bridge. Oh, they're all going to be short. The tubes are super long right now, but the filament eventually is just going to go right around the corner, just like right here, and I'll have the spools mounted on each side of the printer. I got to figure out, I haven't figured out what I'm doing for spool management on this yet, because I don't know where I'm putting this printer yet. The plan is it's going to go on the shelf, I think, and it's probably going to go like right here on the shelf. But I might move the Prusa's around. I don't know. I gotta see. Because once we get this operational and enclosed with the top hat on, I want to keep this out here and actually use it. It might actually replace this guy. This guy might go downstairs. I might put this guy here. Because I think having this behind me as like a centerpiece in the garage shop makes a little bit more sense. Axe Potato, it's been a few years. Where have you been, man? I haven't gone anywhere. We're still here. Still building printers. Okay, so that's that. So now, home Z. Okay, and we switch till tool 2. Okay. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. You know I did that wrong. Go back to tool 1. I love that. I love that. Okay, home Z. Okay, now we take this off. Put you there. Take tool 2 off. Where are you still? Oh, because the fan's still on. Okay, now we got to do our Z offset. So let's come down with this. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Piece of paper under there. Yeah, 0.1. Okay, so that is 2.1. Which, oh, hey, it's unchanged. Wow, awesome, cool. We did all that and we didn't need to do it. Okay. Put you back up there. So, put you back on there. This is your tool 0. And now, we pick up tool 3. I love watching this do its thing. Okay, so oh, no. Okay, so now we got to heat you up so we can hot tighten you, and then we got to load filament in it. Then we got to PID it. Then we got to do the Z offset, because I got to heat tight before I do the Z offset, just in case it does change. You know, it probably won't change too much, but we'll do that. And then we can do a print. So I need a 4-color print that shouldn't take too long, and I need you to post it in the Discord. So in the Discord, under the live stream channel, find me a 4-color print that, not too long, but something that we could just kind of do a quick little get it going kind of thing. Yes, you need to have tool 0 loaded to start the machine, okay? So as of right now, the end script when a print finishes is it docks whatever tool it's using and picks up tool 0 and then parks it at the back, okay? So if you start a print, when the print finishes, tool 0 will be in the carriage, ready to start another print. If for whatever reason the print fails, it crashes, whatever, you need to make sure you have tool 0 loaded. Although, to be fair, you probably could just do a home and then dock tool 0, or you could probably do a quick XYZ home QGL, because you can do all of that with any tool. It's just, this is your 0. Everything here is based off of it. So if you do a Z home and a QGL with tool 1, oh, it just got to temperature. Oh, you're just trying. What'll happen is you'll be off. So, you know, if you had tool 1 loaded and you didn't want to manually change it out for whatever reason, you could home it, QGL. The system would know that which tool is loaded because of the end stop. Whatever Z end stop is triggered lets it know which tool is loaded. And then you would just dock it, pick up tool 0, do your homing QGL again, Z offset again, and then you'll be happy. Okay, so let's click you in. You're good there. Pull you out. Give me some of this red filament. Extrude 50 millimeters. Yeah, you can do it with any tool. You just need to home Z0 with tool 0 first. Because otherwise, if you home with this and start, all your values will be off. Because these Zs are based off this Z, and this is like 0Z. So. Oh, there we go. Extrude, extrude, and then retract 5. Okay, PID, tool 3. Let's get this fan going at like 40%. Oh, this delicious red filament. Fans are going. Okay. PID. What's the Z limit on this machine? I don't know yet. We haven't quite figured it out, which is going to suck because I'm going to have to recalibrate everything. As of right now, I have it set for a Voron 250. As it is right now, I have it set for a Voron 250. So like 220, I think we have about 220, 230 millimeters of Z travel. This machine is capable of doing 400 millimeters of Z, but obviously we have tools in the way. So at some point we are gonna have to faff around with it and figure out exactly how much travel we have. That's another reason I haven't shortened the Bowden tubes yet, just in case we can have room to faff around. But yeah, the goal is on a normal Voron, when you do a stealth changer, this mounts, this would be your top bar. This would be this extrusion, okay? And then you put a top hat on top, which adds like another 250 millimeters to the height of the printer. In this case, we're trying to avoid a top hat because I want this printer to fit on my shelf. So I'm sacrificing a lot of Z to have a more compact tool changer, because I have a printer with 600 millimeters of Z already. I have tall printers. I don't need more tall printers. So we're sacrificing that to get a more compact thing. So I might be able to shift this up a little bit to get some more room. But for now, this is at where it would be if this was a 250 tool changer, essentially, if that makes sense. So. What's the size? It's an oddball size. This printer frame is a DIY self-source frame. This was originally a V1.5 that I built in 2018. So I have, originally when it was a V1, it was 330 by 330 by 400. As a V2, because the V2 was more space efficient than a V1 was, or the V1.5 series was, it's like 330 by 330 by like 395 or something like that. It's an oddball size. So if all goes well, we'll have about 330 by 330, although the bed itself is only 300 by 300. I have over travel, a lot of over travel on this printer. So we have 300 by 300 by hopefully about 220, 230 in the Z. I could go higher, but it's going to depend a lot on like clearance for this. Where I got to figure out what like the max clearance is for these, because obviously you can't have the front of this hit one of these while it's printing. So. Could I add? I could do 5 on this. I could add one more tool head. I could fit 5 in here. But I kind of stole one of the tool heads for the Venture XL. So I only have 4. We're going to be building an index later this year, hopefully. So that will have like 8 tools on it. So we're good there. Are you still pitting? You're still pitting. So we're going to do the PID. We're going to do our Z offset. We're going to be all happy. And then we are going to do a test print. The test print will probably be a little wonky because we're probably going to have to do some calibration of XYZ offsets between the different tool heads. We're going to rely on, hey, let's just see how consistent our prints are. Which, going off of the little one we did yesterday, it should be pretty good. But I'd rather end the stream today with an actual successful print than just, okay, compare this tool head to this tool head in a print. Then compare this tool head to this tool head in a print. You guys don't want to see me printing these for the next 2 hours, do you? You want me to send an actual print. Okay, so machine, T3. We got our PID values down here, which, oh, hey, look, they are pretty dang close to the other one. But it doesn't hurt to have as consistent as you can across the board. Okay, save and restart. Make sure there's no goop on that. That's good. Put you there. Grab you. We're gonna have to put tool 1 back on this. Okay. So now, so 5 is a good number on a 300. I think, well, this is a 330. I think you can fit 5 on a 300, or is it 5 on a 350? I can't remember. I can't remember which one's which. let's move this way so you guys get a better view while it's printing. I need a fun 4-color print. I'm not printing a Carolina Hurricane. Like, for those aware, pretty much everyone in Canada has their own like personal hockey team that they prefer. But the rule is, the moment, it doesn't matter which team you like, if they're playing against an American team, you like the Canadian team. So while I'm not a big Habs fan, they are playing against an American team in the playoffs, so go Habs, go. Just the way it is. What's the best hot end to use with a stealth burner? Whatever one you want. We're using tube compacts here, which is going to be actually a little bit annoying because of the ooze issue of a high flow hot end. Revos are nice and clean. Pikas are cool. Bamboo hot ends are fun. There's a lot of good hot ends. There's a lot of good hot ends. Basically, you want something that reacts quickly. You want a hot end that heats up and cools down quickly and has minimal ooze issues. Okay? So the ultra high flow hot ends, like the tube, are nice and fast, but they also have a big melt zone, which means oozing is something you got to kind of worry about with them. So you want a hot end that reacts quick, so it heats up and cools down quick, and can move as much plastic as you need it to move. Is that clicking on that? Oh, that's what that is. That's what that clicking noise is. I gotta clear that print. 1 second. Okay, so that is that. Do RZ. Okay, pick you up. You go there. Grab you. This hot end's still hot, so I gotta be careful. Come down. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. My little piece of paper. Under here, and then we start going down until it grabs the paper. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oop, I went the wrong way. I hit 1. There we go. Okay, so this one's a longer nozzle. This is 0.3. This one's 0.3. Why do I have 0.2 here? Should be 0.3 on this one. .1. Did I accidentally do the wrong one? That one? And this will be 0. Yeah. Oh, we're good. Okay, we're good. I don't know why I had 2 there. I don't know why this had 2. It should be 3. Okay. Yeah, it's 0.3. Okay. Okay. So now, pick you up, put you back up there. So now all our tool heads are loaded with filament. All our tool heads are loaded with filament. We can do a 4-color print now. We can do a 4-color print now. So we have, what do we have for colors? Got green, orange, blue, red. What are we printing? What are we printing? We can do a print now. Actually, I gotta save. Save and restart. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what are we printing? What are we printing? We got an outhouse. We got a 4-color that. See, I want to print something that shows off the colors pretty quick. Yeah, we'll just do this. We'll just do the Stealth Changer logo. Might as well. Still change your chip. Oh my god, I hate these. Okay. Logo 1. Oh. Why do you have 7? Why are there 20 different parts? Oh my god, why are there 20 different parts? Main body with tool 0 and the rest with different. Okay, so main body with tool 0. What is that one? That's on the top. There we go. Actually, shoot, I want to change these all. That one I want blue. I want the Voron logo in red. 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 Can you not? Red. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Slice now. There we go. Are we ready? Export. Save. Upload and print. See what we get. If it works, it works. If it don't, well, it don't. The bed's heating up. Okay. Wipe down the bed while it's heating up. Woo-hoo-hoo! Sweet. Multi-tools does make a re-nozzling ever create scary numbers. It's not too bad. Like you saw it. It's you just do a quick calibration. It's not that bad. That's the downside with the more complicated you make the printer, the more complicated the printer is. It's just one of those things. Anyone who's ever run a CNC machine, hi Luke, you know, setting all the offsets, picking up, like when you swap out the tools on a tool changing CNC, going through and re-picking up every offset is annoying as shit. So these ones should be pretty good. These ones we haven't really tested, so we may need to adjust their Z offsets, but we'll see. This is kind of a sacrificial bed I'm using. It's the original bed from the Pantheon, so it's an expensive sacrificial bed, but it's just a blank PI bed, so I don't mind if we gouge it. We shouldn't have to gouge it, because worst case scenario, if you do a Z-negative China, the tool head just pops off the carriage. So you can't really gouge the bed with this kind of setup. You have to try real hard to do it. Who wants beer? I want beer. Beer time? Beer time. Don't forget, at the end of stream, we are going to give away a spool of Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you do want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, you enjoy the streams, you enjoy the content, you want to keep the show going, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. It's the best way to support the community. It lets others hang out when we do members only stream, get early videos, and all that jazz. What do we have? I actually picked up beer. I was at Walmart and I actually grabbed a 6-pack of, we got Sleeman Clear. Why Sleeman Clear? Because it had the least amount of calories of all the beer they had and they didn't have a lot. Okay, Toolhead's heating up. It's beer o'clock. You did 3,000 hexes with an end mill and titanium and didn't see the coating wear off? What were you machining? It depends a lot on the material. If you're like, oh, it's just, regular, cold roll steel, what do you do? Hardened H13, oh, I'd be impressed. Aluminum. Oh, in titanium. Oh, I can't read. Wow. That's actually surprising. How big was the end mill and how like, heat breaks with machining titanium? Nice. Oh, by the way, I think I was talking about, I can't remember what stream. A while ago, I said on stream there was a chance I might be going to Murph this year because I was like, you know what? They're doing it inside in an air conditioning building. I actually won't hate going. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Murph. I started making plans. It's our 10-year anniversary like that weekend. So Murph ain't happening because I am not skipping. Our anniversary is on like the Thursday. We're going to do it on the weekend because my wife's working. So I am not skipping out on our 10-year anniversary to go to a Rep Rap Fest. The spousal approval for that is not a thing. So. It's the oil. Oh yeah, you're definitely cutting with cutting fluid. I only have an anniversary every 4 years. It's fine. Every 4 years? Wife? Bring her with you? No. I would also have to find a sponsor, so. I gotta do a road trip at some point to go visit Luke, do a tour of his place. Oh, you got married on a leap day. Oh, cheating. You're cheating. Ooh, ooh. Going to tool 2. Okay, so we gotta wait for it to heat up. So as you can see, we do have a little bit of a booger. We do have a little bit of oozing. What we may end up doing, we may put some sort of nozzle brush on the side of a dock or something so that it does a little wipe before, but these are all settings we'll have to play. These are all, today, we're making sure the printer is functioning. We'll deal with the software side of things later. Because that's the thing, like reviewing this. How do I review a stealth changer? Well, everything here is completely different than everyone else. This is the only stealth changer built this way on the planet. I don't think anyone else has a stealth changer right now running 4 Luke's Lab Chibi Tubes. Also on a custom one-off, off-nominal size Voron frame. Like... Okay, and then we wait for the temperature to stabilize because these PIDs are all over the place. Wipe on Prime Tower usually deals with this. I'm using like completely stock Prusa Slicer settings. I took the stock Voron profile in Prusa Slicer and I just like, hey, you're a tool changer. So we do not have optimized settings at all. Believe me, we do not have optimized settings at all for this. So that may be a problem. We'll solve that later. Ooh. Okay. So I have it set to cool the hot end down that isn't being used. I drop it like 50 degrees. So it shouldn't ooze too much, hopefully. We'll see. 25mm retractions. Yeah, Chevron, I'll talk to Steve and see what he's using for settings, or just steal his profile that he's using. I'll probably just do that. Like, Steve, hey, just you got a tune slicer profile for a tool changer? Hey, can you just, like, you know, just package it up in a nice little zip and send it on my way? Today is all about just verifying that the thing we built does what we want it to do. So this one, we have no idea what our, are we getting filament? Are we extruding? We are not extruding at all. Oh, now we're extruding. Now we're extruding. So that oozed a lot of extra filament out, which is, to be honest, probably kind of expected. How's our Z offset? I can't see the Z offset. The print's too small. The print's too small to see my Z offset from. Oh, that's actually pretty good. XY is off. Or XY is off a bit. It's like shifted back a bit, but yeah. There you go. So you can see the blue is this way a bit compared to the green. There's a bit of gap in the front. Left to right seem pretty good. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to print like a bunch of these for every tool head to compare them together. So we know, okay, let me grab the better one. Yeah, this is the better one. So we're going to have to print a bunch of these so I can see where my offsets are and adjust them. Or we can use a nozzle camera, but I don't have a nozzle camera to check that. But I could just grab a camera and stick it to the bed and use that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll that'll be another stream. I kind of want to do a not brain required stream on Tuesday after all this. Okay, wait for it to stabilize. So this is going to be a bit annoying because it's going to under extrude like crazy because... Oh, you did not try to do a skirt, did you? Damn it. Shit. Hopefully we have red in there. I can't see. Oh yeah, we do have red. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we do have red in there. Need more prime. Yeah, it needs more prime. Well, it doesn't help that we loaded the nozzle and then we did a PID tune, which basically melted out a shit ton of filament out of the nozzle. So, yeah. Doing. The PID is jumping. The PID needs to be tighter. Because it's got to get under, it's got to be within plus minus 2 degrees. Yeah, we definitely got, the slicer settings definitely need work. The slicer settings definitely need work. We are under extruding, we're not priming enough. We're losing too much to ooze on the little, get a little nugget here of filament we're losing. But I mean, proof of concept. Slicer settings is something we could do at any time. Yeah, we are losing too much filament to ooze. And yes, we're gonna have a spider web of streams. I'm not touching it. From this point on, I'm not gonna touch anything unless something happens. Send me a Pika to compare. I would need 4. I don't want to just replace one. I'd have to replace them all. And I like the tubes. Although, honestly, tubes on a tool changer is a little bit overkill. But hey, you want me to test your tubes? I'm using 4 of them now. So, they're definitely getting their testing in. Although this is also more of a test to make sure that we don't lose a tool head at any point during all this. Yeah, I'm running tube compacts. We're running tube compacts. We're running the chibi tubes. We also haven't done any flow calibrating. I haven't calibrated the E-steps of the extruders. We're just running whatever the orbiters are, just the stock value for the orbiters. We're just running YOLO. We haven't calibrated any of our retractions. We haven't calibrated any of our flow. We haven't done a pressure advance tune on anything. That's all stuff we could do after we make sure the machine actually won't tear itself apart. We're in, do we make plastic boat? But yeah, the PID, so I have it set for a band of ±2 degrees. So what's looking like it's happening is it's picking up the tool, and then it's like, because it gets like within, it gets, so say it's aiming for 210. As it heats up, as soon as it hits 208, it grabs it. But by the time it comes down, it like ramps up to like 213, and it has to wait for it to come under 212 for it to continue to print. So that's why it's doing this little pause there. It's working though. It's an automatic change. I ain't doing anything. I ain't touching anything. This printer is entirely, it's running on internal power. It's using its own internal logic right now. It's working. It's working. I love watching all the colors dance around each other too. See, this is the problem. The chibi tubes have too much thermal mass, so when you tell them to cool off, they take too long to cool off. That's one of the reasons the index system, you don't have to worry about ooze on the index. The moment the inductive heater turns off, those hot ends lose all heat. So you don't really have to worry about ooze too much. This you do. There's a lot of thermal mass in that, the tube compact. So what it should do is the fans, the part cooling fans should also ramp up on dock, so that they run on dock for a little bit just to cool off that nozzle to prevent oozing. That's another thing. I mean, it's working. It's working. It just could be calibrated a bit better. Also, that red is oozing like crazy. These high-speed PLAs from FlashForge are a little bit melty. Thermal mass is good for go fast. Yes, it is good for go fast. We do speed benchies on our tool changer. What is the fastest speed benchy tool changer? What is the fastest 4-color speed benchy? Speedboat benchy. Yeah, actually moving the purge block in front of the print would probably be a better idea. Or it's not a purge block, it's a prime block. And yes, I know there's crap blowing all over the screen. We are leaving it. I'm letting this printer do its own thing. If we can get a full, successful multicolor print without any interaction, that is better than any other DIY experience with a multicolor, multi-material setup. Like, who was around when we built the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder? I never got it to do a full print without having to do human interference at some point. Because I kept having issues with the feeding system. With keeping the spools from tangling, because I didn't have a buffer system. The VVD works fine. The VVD's been working great for what I use it for. Yeah, prime tower in front is definitely something we ought to do. Okay, this one I'm gonna move. I'm like Anakin Skywalker and the Phantom Menace. I'm like, it's working, it's working. We got the apron for luck. That's what it is. The OG apron with the Nero 3DP logo in it still. Galactic Racers. You know what? I refuse to get the Galactic Racers game or even consider trying it because it's not Pod Racer 2. Or actually, I think they did make a Pod Racer 2. It's not Pod Racer 3. If they had called it Star Wars Pod Racers, I would be down. But they didn't. So I have no interest in it. Oh, it's doing infill. I'm like, did it under extrude a bunch there? It's like, no, it's... It's working. Yay. Oh, well, just... Okay, I am going to move all these... Oh, no, that's a little loose. Yeah, whatever. Oh, we're not doing a brim anymore, so let's just... Yeah. Everything's getting a little crunchy. But nothing's broke yet. Nothing broke yet. Time for second beer. We're still on first beer. I mean, we're about here on first beer, but... Smoke it if you got them. Yeah, slicer profile definitely needs some tuning. Use Stealth Changer too, use wipe to clean the filament. Yeah, I definitely need to get the profile set up. Also, we do need to calibrate the individual tool XY offsets. So there will be a stream in the future where we just do calibration prints, all stream. But I'll be honest, I wanted to get this printing. I wanted this to do a full color print, or 4-color print today, just so we can go, yep, the tool changer is online. Everything we have to do now going forward is entirely software side. I'm okay with that. Like, I just want to make sure everything is good hardware-wise, everything is functioning hardware-wise. From now on, everything we need to do on this printer is at the computer. That's the whole point of, yeah. 3 years sober, then keep at it. Don't have a beer. I haven't had a cigarette since October 13th of 2017. So, yep. Keep at her. October 31st, December 31st, 1999. Damn. What was it? We went camping 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Outdoors at night. Honestly, you want to know what my trigger was? Going to the washroom. This is going to sound weird. Waking up in the middle of the... Well, not in the middle. I didn't wake up. It was... Little guy went to bed. Me and the wife were at the little fire out at our campsite. We're just having some drinks, talking, whatever, watching some stuff on our phone. And I went up to go to the washroom. So I had to go walking through like the camp area at night to go to the washroom area. Or sorry, for the Americans, bathroom. We call it washroom. I don't know. Anyways, the place where you pee. And just walking through the woods in a crisp spring night with it being pitch black out. That was the first time in like 7 years I wanted a cigarette. Or 8 years. First time in over 8 years. It's like, fuck, I want a cigarette right now. The problem is, like, I smoked when I did army shit. And army shit was like, that's when you had to smoke, right? On fire picket or whatever, right? Night watch, whatever. So you're cool, everything's damp, it's a spring or fall, you're walking through the woods at night, nothing else going on, hack a dart. That was the first time I get back and my wife's like, you okay? I'm like, this is the first time in like years that I've been craving a cigarette. And then it went away in like 2 minutes. The moment I sat down, the craving went away. We should probably time one of these. Because we're losing a lot of depth. We're losing a lot of time right now to the heat up and cool down. You said, somebody was saying Steve does a 25mm retract. We could probably keep the nozzles hotter if we do a bigger retract, get the filament right out of the melt zone. With optimization, we could save a lot of time on this. Like, these tool changes should be like 5 to 10 seconds at most. What, you did? Well, no, we're YOLOing settings right now. We're just kind of like, what works, not what's efficient. I'll wait for Steve to get back from Japan and just bug him for his profile. Wait, you didn't pee in the woods? No! It was like a 20-foot walk to the outhouse area. Not even. Actually, about 20 meters. Our campsite was like 3 over for the bathroom, so I was like, I'll just go wash them. Our campsite shared a wall, like a row of trees with another campsite, so I don't want to like... I didn't want to be rude. My stealth changer does preheating if I take over the Prusa XL printer profile. No clue how it works, but I know it weights. Oh, nice. In Prusa Slicer? So what did you do? Did you just take the Prusa XL profile and just kind of change it to a stealth changer? I might do that then. Just take the XL profile and just kind of... Because what I did, the profile we're using for this is basically the current Prusa Slicer Voron profile. I just told it had 4 tool heads. So it's not optimized for tool changing at all right now in terms of slicer level. You ever smoke weed? I do not smoke the ganja because I don't want to smoke since I quit cigarettes, so I don't do any smoking. Now, edibles, on the other hand. Let's just say I use my cocoa press for extracurriculars every now and then. It works really good, by the way, at that. Yeah, cocoa press works really good if you're into fabricating your own consumables. We are at 51%. The stream will run late today because we are letting this finish. Upgrade it? No, we haven't upgraded the cocoa press. We got to do that still. We still got to upgrade the cocoa press to the V2. We might do that after this. We might start the cocoa press upgrade after this. Yeah, pick Prusa XL and change everything that's required. Build volume, select clipper, change your start and end G codes. Okay. Before I quit, I use vape pen. Yeah, so so here in Ontario, well, in Canada, it's legal. So there's like, you just go to the store and buy it. They have provincial limits on the amount of THC you can buy in edibles. It's like 10 milligrams per pack. It's a laughable amount. So what I and a lot of people do, we just buy the oil. So you just buy the THC oil, and it's like 900 milligrams of THC? I don't know. Each like full pipette is like 10 milligrams essentially. So you just either, essentially what you do is you just print a candy bar and you pause it before you do the top layer. You fill it with caramel or peanut butter or whatever. You put a few drops of whatever you want in there, and then you let the print finish, and there you go. You made your own chocolate with a little something in there. Or if you're lazy, I'll just, you just put it in your mouth, or you mix it with like something to drink or something. It's more efficient to make your own edibles than it is to buy edibles. Bin, I asked when you were smoking. What? Cocoa press sounds like... Dude, it works really good. Like, yeah, you can buy pre-made edibles here in Canada, but literally what you do is I have a video on my channel where I tell you how to do it. I have a cocoa press video on my channel where I show you how to make edibles. I don't really show you, I hint at it, but essentially I have like a candy bar, an STL of like a Hershey's bar that like breaks off into different chunks, and you just pause it before you do the top layer. So the print goes and it pauses before you do the top layer. I have some like caramel, like squeeze bottle caramel or chocolate sauce or peanut butter, and you put that in, and then you put a few drops of whatever else you want, if you're inclined. You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Not one to judge. And then you just let the print finish. And the best part is you use Prusa slicer so you can emboss it with the dosage. So if you know you're gonna make some like, 5 milligram ones, you emboss 5 mg. If you're, oh, these are gonna be some strong ones, do 20, put 20 on it, right? You emboss it. Nope, never baked brownies. I got into it when I was too old. Plus, I'm the only one in my house that does it, so. Oh, with chili oil? That'd be interesting. They sell me on the Cocoa Press. It's funny, the last time I went into the dispensary where I buy my stuff, I'm like, oh, I just, get the thing of THC 30 oil. And it's like, oh, what do you make with it? I'm like, oh, I make chocolates with it. Like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, I have a 3D printer that prints chocolates. And they're like, what? And like all the staff just whoop. And they're like, what do you mean you have a 3D printer? I'm like, I have a 3D printer that prints chocolates and I make my own edibles. And they're like, how? And I explained the whole process and everything. And I explained how 3D print. And they're like, oh, this is awesome. So I had a bunch of stoners all like gaggling around me asking me the 3D printing questions. I don't think I can use it though to sell. And it's not, I don't want to get involved with that. I am personally very fine dealing with it for personal use. Occasional personal use, and I'm okay with that. Have the Pop-Tart printer. Well, you can actually, you can use BQs. Big Tree Tech, they have that thing that prints with the edible ink. So what we need is a dual head cocoa press, an IDEX cocoa press. We have like the chocolate, we have the caramel, and then we need something to put the frosting on it, and then we can print graphics on it. Really? You printed chocolate? Yeah. Cocoa press. Videos. Cocoa press. Experimenting with chocolate 3D printing. I'm so angry this video only got 5,000 views. And then we Cocoa Press 2. Yeah, we built a Cocoa Press on the channel. We built the Cocoa Press like over 2 years ago. But yeah, I did a whole video showing you how to make food with the Cocoa Press. We did a hot cocoa bomb where I printed a chocolate a sphere, I think it was. We printed a sphere. We filled it with hot cocoa, made hot chocolate. Yeah, so you print something, you put a little hot cocoa in it, and then, yeah. Go watch this video. Not happy. This is why I get bummed out when I make videos. Every now and then I do a video where I actually put time into it and it does fuck all for views. So I get depressed and I stop making videos for a while. How well do you think the wires on the drag chain will fare with the changes? The Z chain will be fine. Z chain will be fine. XY should be fine. It's just motion. It's just motion. Should be fine. It's a tool changer. We're almost done. We're at 70%, and I haven't done anything. I mean, our prime tower is a little bleh, and the print is a little wispy, and it's definitely under extruded in some areas because we're not priming enough, and we're losing a lot of filament to ooze. But for all intents and purposes, it's functioning. Printer is printingly. You make a TIG welding? A TIG welding 3D printer would be a pain in the butt. You would want to do a MIG. There you go. You'd probably want to do a MIG welder. Because MIG, you don't have to worry about feeding it. TIG, how would you hold the TIG? You have your stock that you're adding as TIG would be hard. Well, here's the thing, like, so welding, metal 3D printing is very easy if you just take a MIG gun and put it on a KUKA arm, which a lot of people have done. The problem is it doesn't work that good, because it basically just weld. Put it in the Discord? Where in the Discord? Shared a link of it in my Discord. Where? The last link I see is the barber shop. Oh, 2 weeks ago, yeah. Was it the one from Murph where it was literally just a MIG gun attached to like a Prusa Mark III? That one, I saw it on the live stream. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. And they're like, yeah, we're going to be launching a Kickstarter soon. And I'm like, bruh, no offense, but this is not Kickstarter ready. This is, no, bro. You got a lot more R&D. You need to have this a lot more functional and polished before you start asking people for money. Because I do have the one last video from Smurf or from Rocky Mountain I got to finish putting out. And that has the metal 3D printer in it. The powder metal 3D printer. So that video will be early this week, maybe even tomorrow even. 80%. We're almost done. Don't forget, we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of stream. So whenever this print finishes, so if you want to enter for your chance to win a spool of filament from Polymaker, link in the video description, enter for your chance. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you want to help support the channel, content I create, and things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Do not trust the app. Yep. At-home metal 3D printing is a mess. It is something firmly well within the realm of prosumer. It is definitely something you need to have a reason to have. You do not buy it on a whim, and you need to know what you're doing. Yeah, the tool heads, other than the first one, we're definitely gonna have to adjust our XYs on these tool heads for alignment. Way more stringing. Oh yeah, we're stringing like mad. These are high flow hot ends that are totally not calibrated at all for tool changing. Like, this printer barely knows it's a tool. This printer thinks it's a normal Voron that just happens to have 4 tools. It is not calibrated for docking and keeping filament in the tool head. Like, it is not optimized at all on the slicer level. Basically, we're doing this print because I didn't want to spend the rest of the stream today doing calibration prints that are boring. And I wanted to make sure that, hey, the tool changer works. We'll make it print pretty after. So. Two metal pieces that came from work. Nice. Bronco. I put a laser welder in my 3D printer and it actually worked. Yeah, that's kind of like, it's not hard to attach a welder to a motion system. It's making one that's actually worth doing is the problem. In case you haven't noticed, a lot of YouTubers and content creators have done, I made my 3D printer weld. I put a glue gun on my 3D printer. I did all this cool shit. And then they make the video and you never see them use that machine again. How many content creators got free filament recyclers that would turn recycled filament and prints into plastic, like re-extruded into filament? How many of them have used those machines after they finished doing the video featuring them? I rest my case. USC iron dust testing and stream test. Oh, iron dust? Oh, is it flammable as shit? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they're dropping iron dust onto a fire. The problem with, okay, so something a lot of people don't understand with plastic, you can only melt it every time you melt plastic and every time you melt it and re-solidify it, it degrades. The first time you do that is when you make the resin. So when you make the resin and it gets chopped up into those itty bitty little pellets, that's one. Two is when you extrude it into filament. So now it's already been melted twice, okay? And then if you were to grind it up and melt it into filament again, well, okay, actually, no, it's 2 to get filament, 3 to get it to a print, and then you grind it up and turn it into filament again, that's 4, and then you print it into something else, that's 5. And it's very stacking in the tolerances, right? So every time you melt and re-solidify the plastic, it degrades. So if I were to take a print, so if I print something, grind it up, turn it into filament, and then print it again, that is now 5 times remelted filament. And it has degraded significantly in material properties. That's why whenever you use recycled plastic, you need to use like 85%, 90%, 70%. It depends on what you're making. But you don't use mostly recycled plastic. You have to use like majority virgin material. So, and the thing is with plastic pellets, they make more sense when you buy them by the 1,500 pound Gaylord. When you're just buying like a container of plastic pellets, it's not that efficient. If you want to buy plastic pellets by the couple dollars a kilogram, not the $10 a kilogram, you need to buy a Gaylord of it that comes on a pallet and weighs 1,500 pounds. Liz here? Oh, hi, Liz. Everyone say hi, Liz. So it's a very sunk cost fallacy getting into recycling filament because the equipment to do it is not cheap. The equipment to do it well is not cheap. You still have to buy virgin plastic to mix in with your recycling to ensure you're still getting usable plastic. And you can only do it so many times. So it's like you put in several $1,000s for the equipment. How much filament are you wasting that you need to regrind, to reuse, to make up for the cost of, I could have just, instead of buying $2,000 in recycling equipment to grind up and remanufacture filament, I could have just used that $2,000 and bought $2,000 worth of filament. And I probably would have had a better experience. So it's, unless you can do it extremely cheaply, or, you know, at some point you have, when I worked in the mold shop, I had access to free plastic. I spoke to the guy who ran the tryout bay at the mold shop I worked at. And I asked him, I'm like, hey, we throw out a lot of plastic. We would do tryouts where we would get like a Gaylord in of resin, a specific type of ABS or PETG, or not PETG, it'd just be PET, or polycarbonate or whatever. We would get a Gaylord of resin for a tryout, and we would use a third of it. So out of like 1,500 pounds, we would use like 500 pounds of it. The rest of it would sit in the back of the warehouse until we threw it out. Because, you know, that is specific to that tryout. Why would we can't use that resin for like, that was to try out a Honda bumper. We can't use that to try out a Toyota bumper because they use a different plastic from a different manufacturer, right? Oh, the print's done. Yay! We got a multicolor print. So I asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, if you ask me and you need like ABS, I can give you as much ABS as you want. You might have to dry it. It's been sitting in like a shed out back, but as much free plastic as I wanted." This is when I was doing Voron Piff. I was doing printed Ford. I sat down and did the math. If I were to buy like a fill extruder and extrude my own filament, even with free raw material, it was barely worth it versus just buying bulk filament on Amazon or from a supplier. It was barely worth it. And that was with free material. So, yeah. The print is done. The print is done. It's just done. Yeah, the energy costs are high too. Plus, you're not going to get the same quality. You're not going to get the same quality, the same consistency. Also, most of the resins that I would be using were meant for injection molded plastic, not being turned into filament. So they would have different material properties. They wouldn't be as good as a filament plastic versus a dedicated filament plastic. That's why a lot of shitty ABS is shitty. It's because it's made using ABS meant for like Barbies and kids' toys and other random shit. And they just turn it into filament. It's not a resin that's formulated to be made into filament. There are resins that are formulated to be turned into filament. For example, MG94 ABS. That is a formula of ABS that is designed to be used as a filament. Okay? Because ABS isn't just ABS. There are dozens, hundreds, even thousands of different recipes for ABS with different blends, different formulations, different compounds, different additives, different ratios of the additives and the compounds and the makeup of it. It's not like, you know, this is ABS, this is ABS. They're both ABS. No, they are completely different. They are night and day different. So yeah, we definitely gotta calibrate our offsets because they are not lined up. But that is a successful 4-color multicolor print. You can definitely see how the tools are not lined up. The tools need some calibration. It works. It works. My very first multicolor print off my very first tool changer I built myself. I'm happy. I am happy. Good. Turn off. Frame it. Okay. It is 11:22. I'll give you to 11:25 to enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. We'll do the giveaway, and then we will end the stream there. We ran late today because we had important work to do that was important. And we had to do it. Little mount for it. Oh, you just put in the extrusion. There we go. Yeah, so we definitely need to do more calibration and adjustment. We definitely need to play around with the profile a bit because it is in need of some proper calibration. None of the nozzles are leaking, so that's good. Yeah, we definitely got to get the slicer side of things done and set up more properly. But I mean, functionally, it's functioning. I mean, it's printing. The print it did. We built it. We kind of eyeballed the alignment and everything, and it did a 45 tool change print, no problem. So I'll take it. I will take it. I'm happy with that. I am very happy with that. The printer prints printingly. Exactly. The Printer prints printingly. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Cancel, published, close that, that. Link to sheet, create. There we go. Copy all our names here. Let's do this giveaway. File, save. There we go there. Close that, close that, close that. Open marbles. Oh yeah, the printer prints, printer prints. The membrane, what do you mean the membrane? Are you talking about on a resin printer? More than 10 prints. The FEP sheet lasts way more than 10 prints on a print, on a resin printer. I've never replaced a FEP sheet on a resin printer. Then again, I don't think I've gotten a resin printer to print more than like 20 prints before I gave up faffing around with resin printers, because resin printers are annoying as shit to work with. Okay, random, bots, I think it's 202. Right, it's 202. Okay, 202. Bots, 202, play. So, Daddy needs a roll of zombie hedgehog red. Well, you better hurry up because they are ending the creator affiliate program for those creator collab. They only did like the one batch of them anyways. There's only like 3 creators and they never brought in more. So it was, I think it was always going to be a temporary thing because they didn't onboard any new creators after the initial batch, right? So it was a program they were probably going to sunset it eventually, kind of thing. If they never brought on new people, it kind of made sense that it was only ever going to be a temporary thing. So, okay, how this works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you get a free hat along with your spool. This one looks lonely. Who are you? Cloudy Yak. Is it Cloud Yak or Cloudy AK? Or Cloudy Ack? Ack. Ack, ack. I'm gonna watch Mars Attacks. Anyways, good luck, Cloudy. If you win, you get a free hat with your spool of filament. Cloudy Yak. Okay, that makes sense. Are they out of Hedgehog Red? Ah. Are they out of all the creator spools? Or just zombies? I know the 3DP2A folks really like the 3D Print General. They use that one a lot. In Canada, yeah? Okay. Does Canada have its own Polymaker warehouse, or is it share with the US? I don't know. Yeah, the FDE. Yeah, his was a flat dark earth, right? I kind of joked because people ask me like, "Oh, are you gonna ever have a creator color?" And I'm like, I don't want to be tied to a company that much. And honestly, my creator color would just be like generic black filament because that's the one I use the most. Be like, just give me a generic black filament and just put like red sparkle in it or something. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Is it gonna be Barry? Barry? Oh, Barry got yeeted at the end. Oh, there's 2 yeet sticks. Okay, that's a bot, by the way, or a ghost. Wayne Wenthen. Wayne Wenthen with the win. You're Wayne. You made that name to make fun of my speech impediment. Wayne Wenthen with the win. Wayne Wenthen with the win. Wayne. How do we have multiple Waynes? There we go. There's the right one. You are printing a... Okay, I can't say because that's your security question, what you're printing right now. But I would love to see the picture of that when you're done with that, Wayne. I would love to see a picture of that when you're done with that. So congratulations on Wayne for winning. Golf claps in chat for Wayne. Golf claps in chat for Wayne. Bop, 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 bop. Steve has custom bread with proto pasta. Yeah. So my problem is, I live in Canada. So a lot of like the American manufacturers, like I don't buy from West 3D or Fabrico or Proto Pasta or any of them because like shipping to Canada sucks. So like I stocked up on a lot of Polymaker with their affiliate help out program. I have a bunch of Prusament. I actually haven't bought filament in a while. I've got hundreds of spools that I've been kind of living off of for a while now. That okay. Australia's entered chat. Shipping sucks. It does. It does. So for me, it kind of sucks because people ask me like, oh, what filament do you recommend? I'm like, I use a lot of stuff you can get internationally. Like if you're in the States, I'm sure there's some like ambrosia. I have a couple spools of ambrosia and I don't want to use it because getting it is not easy in Canada. Or correction, getting it's easy in Canada. Getting it cheap in Canada is stupid because it's like Prusament, right? I have a bunch of Prusament. Prusa sent me a bunch of Prusament over the years. It's good stuff. I love using it. It's a great filament, especially their ASA. The problem is, like, even with my Prusa points, I have like 10,000 Prusa points. Even getting a free spool of filament from Prusa cost me $30 in shipping. And that's outside of Prusa's hand. I can't bitch about it to Prusa because Prusa has no control over it. It is shipping a 1 kilogram box across the Atlantic Ocean. That shit costs money. So it kind of sucks. Like the reason the filaments that are cheap is because they like ship that shit in by like the sea can and it sits in an Amazon warehouse. So Prusa needs to get their butting gear and start stocking their filament in Amazon and other resellers. But after speaking to folks like David and other people in the biz, dealing with Amazon is hell because Amazon just takes refunds for no reason. And when you get a Prusa Mark IV back from an Amazon return and it's a Creality Ender 3 in the box and you just have to eat it, it sucks as a business. So, yeah. Wayne, you should get your email. I sent it out just now. Okay. Okay, we're going to call it there. We're going to call it there, I think. Zombie Red is still available in the US. FDE is out. Oh, that sucks. I like Flat Dark Earth. Although I'll be honest, I am call me a boomer in regards to this. I am an OD Green fan. I love me OD Green. All my kit that I still own is OD Green. I love me OD Green. Okay. Okay, calling it there. Ending the stream there. We are not done with the tool changer, but the build is done. The build series of the Stealth Changer is done. All we have to do is some XY calibration, slicer calibration, that kind of stuff. We might do that on Tuesday. I might not do that on Tuesday. I might use this as a chance to get this off the desk. We'll see. Foliage green, more or less the same, but basically faded. Well, that's the trick. OD green becomes foliage green the more you use it. So we're gonna call it there. I am exhausted. It has been a long day for me, but the printer is printing. The printer is printing. I am so happy with that. Shout out to LDO Motors. LDO supplied the kit for the tool changers themselves. Shout out to Luke from Luke's Lab. He provided the chibi tubes for the hot ends for all this. So check out both of those, links below. For Luke's Lab, use code Canuck, save a little money as well. Also shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more below. Affiliate links, use code Canuck with some of them, like Gamer Subs, save some money, get free shipping or whatever else the deals are at the time. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. We might do a Twitch stream tomorrow, play some Mass Effect, we'll see. I'm exhausted. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there, wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Good night.